Welcome back. New Zealand's Laurel Hubbard is the first openly transgender athlete at the Olympics, and she will be making her first attempt in women's heavyweight weightlifting competition on Monday. Now, Hubbard's participation has stirred a debate. Many are, of course, applauding the International Olympic Committee's decision to now become more inclusive. But some have pointed out to an unfair advantage that Hubbard may have in the women weightlifting competition. Take a look at this report.
Weightlifter Laurel Hubbard will become the first openly transgender athlete to compete at the Olympic Games when she participates in the 87+ kg category. The 43-year-old New Zealander, who competed as a man before transitioning in 2013, has qualified under International Weightlifting Federation rules to take part in Tokyo 2020. Her qualification has been divisive, however, with some questioning the fairness of transgender athletes who have been through male puberty competing against the women, especially in power sports. Hubbard has not spoken to the media since her place on the New Zealand team was confirmed, and a statement was read out on her behalf at an IOC briefing on inclusion, where she said,
I see the Olympic Games as a global celebration of our hopes, ideas and values. I would like to thank the IOC for its commitment to making sports inclusive and accessible.
The IOC cleared the way for transgender athletes to compete in Olympic women's events without gender reassignment surgery in 2015. They issued guidelines on the testosterone levels allowed.
There's differences between all the athletes as well, so we need to make sure that all those are taken into account, and by giving sport and the sporting community a framework and guidelines, then they can actually work with that to produce their own rules and regulations that work in their sport, so that as many people as possible can take part in that sport. It's as inclusive as possible, but maintaining that fairness.
Many scientists have said the IOC guidelines do very little to mitigate the biological advantages of those who have gone through puberty as males, such as bone and muscle density.
It's that Laurel Hubbard has earned the right to be here at the Olympic Games after having satisfied the IWF's eligibility criteria and after having met the necessary performance standards. The athletes that we're speaking to are wishing her the best for the competitions, and so is the IWF, who supports Laurel as we support every other weightlifter.
It is true that Hubbard's inclusion could pave the way for more transgender athletes at the Olympics. While it is about inclusion, there'll be many who will say that athletes like Hubbard have an unfair advantage. The debate has only begun. Sports Bureau India Today.